What's up, you guys? It's PhiDX. Tekken 8 has a reputation of being a very scrubby game. 50-50s, brainless gameplay. I want to push back against that with a really good example that I had in a ranked game. I fought this Tekken Emperor Devil Jin, who was actually extremely solid. I was very surprised at the level of gameplay I was fighting. He was actually cooking me for this first to two. But why this is such a cool set is because I get bodied so hard. And then I use movement in a way that shuts down his offense. It's not like I'm sidestepping a move on a read and then beating him. I'm using defensive Tekken movement in a way to force him to attack me differently. And this is what makes Tekken so cool to me. It's not about just making your sidestep read in like a rock, paper, scissors way. He does a step up a move, I step it and punish him. No, if he's a good enough player and he sees that my sidesteps are countering his offense, then he will start to adjust his offense. That's what makes Tekken so cool to me. I said it multiple times because it really is so sick. And I want to show that it's still alive and well. So first, if you just want to see the match, you can jump to the timestamps below. I'm going to cover Devil Jin's key buttons, at least the ones used in this match. I'm going to cover the basic strategy he used and how I countered that strategy. Now, the one thing I want to say before any of this starts is we have a second YouTube channel. So it has more stream moments, funny rants, like not straight educational content. So it's PhiDX Unhinged. I'll link it below. Please check that out. In any case, let's get started with the strategy. So Devil Jin's key buttons, at least as shown in this matchup. Boom. Demon Paw, forward, forward 2, advancing, save, heat engaging mid. You can use your dash to realign it. So if you slow the Demon Paw down, you do it a bit later, it'll track sidesteps a bit better. Hell sweep, crouch dash 4, launching low. It is launch punishable, but the threat of a launching comboing low cannot be understated. Don't let the Mishima players downplay it. Devil Jin's hell sweep is good. The one downside of Devil Jin is he kind of has to use it because his other lows aren't that scary, but we'll get to that. IWS2 is instant while standing 2. It's what Devil Jin uses to mix up the hell sweep, right? So out of his crouch dash, he can do a while standing 2, which is a launcher. It is a tornado launcher, so he doesn't get like too much damage, but again, still a threat. What this player likes to use a lot as well is his one jab into back 4, right? So the one jab on hit will frame trap the back 4, which is a counter hit launcher. Back 4 is safe, it's mid. Great choice by this player, especially against Steve, because you want to use faster moves against Steve to avoid getting, well, back 1 to counter hit. Finally, this Devil Jin loves using down back 2 as a way to get under Steve's high counter hits. So I'm going to point out in advance the strategy this player does because it happens really fast and I had to watch it a few times to really lock it down. So I want to make sure you know what to look for in advance. So the player's layer 1 strategy, what he does without any data on me or any information on me, what does he do by default? Down back 2 to dodge the counter hits, right? Very important because Steve's counter hit high, back 1, and 1-2-1 are really, really oppressive, and denying me that puts more stress on me to attack differently, and it opens up Devil Jin to use his other moves. In addition to that, he uses jab to stop my movement and offense, right? If I'm getting my back 1 ducked, I'll have to either start ducking myself or delay my timing or try to hit him with the mid, and jab is a great counter to that. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it really does add up. And what this player does really well too is his 50-50 game is max speed, max confidence. As soon as he gets an advantage with the jab or the down back 2 on counter hit, he runs his 50-50 and he goes. And it's really, really impressive. And then the last thing that's really, really cool is when I'm not in back 1 range, he uses electric. He'll use multiple wave dashes to close the space really quickly, or he'll do a dash electric, and it will clip me trying to close the space with my movement or say an advancing mid. It's a very impressive play. So before I talk about my adjustment, let's watch it in action. Okay, let's watch this gameplay in action. Devil Jin versus Steve. I'm assuming he was actually on the player 1 side, and I was actually on the player 2 side based on the way the movements were going. So this will look pretty accurate. Small walled stage. QCF1 hits right away. I play running 2, and I'm just trying to hit him, right? I'm just trying to hit him. And how did... Let's... There's going to be a lot of rewinding just so we can really see the micro interactions. But look at how Devil Jin even finds this 1-1-2. And so after my running 2, I do up back 2, and he's already hard ducking. He's already hard ducking, and this is just a whiff punish. Off of this, he runs a Demon Paw. So immediately going into his 50-50. Not necessarily the launching one, but trying to just be in control. Right after this Demon Paw, jab, back 4. That's the flowchart we were talking about. Electric. That was an attempted hell sweep, I believe. It's going to happen really fast, and then there's the down back 2. So he's not hitting me a lot, but he's showing a lot of his intent. There's a counter hit down back 2. Now he's running the mix. Instant while standing 2 right away. He's going to get the wall, get his combo damage, and then he's going to mix me up right away again. Demon Paw, Hell Sweep with the frames, right? No downtime. The reason he's playing this way is because Steve can't counter hit you if he's not standing. So with the advantage off of the wake up, he's just going to play the mix up. There's a jab back 4 again. I find a counter hit down forward 2. He 1-1-2s me out of my slower down forward 2 again, right? I try to run a down forward 2 to try and beat his low, and his jab is faster. Double wave dash into the Hell Sweep just to realign. Again, immediate mix up on the wake up. Hell Sweep again, full confidence, right? He can be wrong, he can adjust. But giving me no time to like set up movement, neutral, and counter hits is actually, I think, pretty important. I find a QCF1, running 2. He's chilling, he's just blocking. He takes a stomp, ducks underneath the unblockable that would have killed him. In retrospect, obviously I could have gone for the mid, but I didn't know he was like that. That was impressive. And then I side roll and die to the Morning Crow 2-2. No hesitation from this Devil Jin player, and I love that. I really, really love that. Jab whiffs, so he doesn't rip the back 4. Notice this. He's flow charting, but not every time, right? Jab whiffs, he sees it whiff, he's not going to pull the back 4 out and die. He just blocks. 1-1-2, finds a counter hit, he hit confirms it. While standing 2, my punish misses. Same game plan, right? Down back 2 counter hits, run the mix. I find my 1-2-1, I find some hits. This is looking good, breaks the throw. Devil Jin 1-1, down back 2 again, right? How did this down back 2 hit? I'm trying to find my counter hit high. It's really straightforward, right? I do 1-2-1 and get counter hit. He tries the Hell Sweep again. That's a bit of a misinput. While standing 1-1, this is really cool too. Notice this. I do jab. So I'm clearly showing highs, just trying to stop him. He ducks in case I do another 1-2-1 or in case I do a back 1. The while standing 1-1 just hits my movement, but once he sees it, he goes into Morning Crow, goes into a throw, goes into Heat Burst. This is a great way to keep your pressure up at any level, right? Slight minus frames from the throw, and he would have to give up his turn. He would risk getting counter hit. Best choice here, go into Heat Burst, continue your pressure. It hits me, so he's +2. Then he just does the raw Morning Crow grab. I have no window of time to set up neutral, defense, offense, right? He just kept counter hitting me by going underneath my counter hits. So my adjustment here is pretty cool. What I realize is that I can't just play into his buttons. I can't just try to outspeed his jab every time with my 1-2-1 while beating his down back 2. And if I sit around too long, he'll mix me. So instead, I'm going to play a really good anti-Devil Jin defensive movement tactic. Sidestep right, duck. Right? And if I didn't mention this, I would have been curious. If you want to mute the video and watch the rest of this without my commentary, let me know. Let me know in the comments if you can see what's going on. Okay? But now I'm going to point it out. So sidestep right duck counters so many of these options on immediate timing. So if say Devil Jin jabs you and then does like a demon paw, sidestep right duck dodges it. Unless he does like a delayed demon paw. The duck beats the Hell Sweep. Sidestep right beats the instant while standing 2. Sidestep right duck beats like 1 jab, 1-1. And obviously the duck beats the down back 2. So by covering, obviously Devil Jin can counter this, but I'm just answering his layer 1, which is doing these moves. So I'm going to answer with just movement. And watch how it forces him to adjust his play. So rather than me constantly attacking to him and losing, then getting mixed up, he has to find a way to open me up. And while he's spending his time moving forward and doing slower offense, then I can find my counter hits, and I can find just blocks and punishes off of basic Tekken mechanics. So check this out. I'll try not to pause too much if you were a watcher or like a, watching ahead. So that's the range 2 electric. He hit me from a really far range there. Outside my back 1. There's a little cooldown setup. I've never fought against it, so I just tech roll and die. He's blowing me up. All right, Morning Crow 2. There I duck, but I miss my punish. Back 1. And I think I don't apply the sidestep right duck until this next game. I'm like, okay, I'm getting blown up. I'm losing the button-to-button match. Let's see what happens now. Sidestep right duck. Sidestep right duck. Sidestep right duck. Nice. I did it just 3 times in a row. Sidestep right duck. Sidestep right duck. Down forward 2. And then I block that. Cool. Play my frames, do down forward 2. My sidestep right duck gets clipped by his demon paw. That's nice. But I think he can tell this is what I'm doing. Because you're seeing a lot less... you're seeing big, slower moves, which Devil Jin has to do in this game. He's not the same poking monster he was in Tekken 7. We see the immediate timing Okazemi again. Nice try. Because he saw me stay down, I decided to stay down even longer. And I think the wall crossed up. I don't know if that would have worked otherwise. And then I make a hard read on his down back 2. So that was important too, right? If he is relying on down back 2 to break my pressure, I wanted to answer that and shut it down. Here he makes another confident play. Remember how back 1 and 1-2-1 are his biggest threats? He just opens up with a duck, right? Duck while standing 2. And notice this little key detail here. Watch Steve as this happens. I'm sidestep right ducking, and he's just ducking. So at this point, our timings have lined up again. I did sidestep right duck. He just did duck while standing 2. So when I hit a button here, I get counter hit. All right, watch it in full speed. It's a small interaction, but these kinds of things really matter. I do like a full crouch low or something. And this leads to a huge combo. What I should probably do is sidestep right duck and try to visually confirm if there's a whiff or something like that. But there wasn't. 1-2-1, bam. Okay, so how do we catch him here? 1-2-1 is +3 on hit. So he tried to jab me to take back his turn, and my back 1 traded with him. 13 frame back 1 at +3, trades with jab. All right, little sidewall angle here. Don't get a... I could have gotten a nice resplat thing, but no luck. Single stomp. I don't want to get launched. Then he heat smashes me to take back his turn. Now we're kind of back in neutral. He has a lot of gray health. What am I going to do? Sidestep right duck. Sidestep right duck. You're going to hear it a lot. 1-2-1-2. And already, just because he's not succeeding as much at his offense as much, I find small opportunities like this on accident. I didn't know that would wall splat, but I threw it out. And sometimes when people are trying to problem solve your defense, they will open themselves up in other ways. So he tried to get out of this, a counter hit spark, the little pink line there. And this is catastrophic for him. Unfortunately, I think I get a PhiDX combo. Oh no, I could have killed him there with a Sonic Fang. Then just a down 1. He's struggling to figure out now how to hit me, especially after I read his down back 2. So there, I didn't even mean to do that. I did an accidental sway to the right, and I just started hitting the buttons. Luckily, we caught him. Block the hell sweep. This is super important too. Because now that he's not believing in the hell sweep, he's going to freeze up a bit more. Another cool thing that happens here, what I remember how Steve players in Korea often play against Mishimas. They run the ducking forward because it lets you avoid the electric and the jabs altogether. So full crouch down forward 1. Playing some peekaboo mix-ups. Going under his jabs. He finds a nice low parry here. Laser combo does drop. And this was really, really cool. So I'm being a real nuisance with my sidestep right duck, right? He does a really late wind god fist and it clips my sidestep. I don't know if that was on purpose, but that was really cool. Wave dash, wave dash, wave dash. Trying to realign. Electric doesn't go off, so I get a small punish. Nice. Blocked it down back 2. And now he's chilling. And then I catch him ducking with my mix-up. Did you notice how it forced him to slow down? Right? He stopped doing the jab back 4. Why? Because sidestep right duck avoids it altogether. So because he's paying attention to why his moves are working and why they're not, I can use movement to exploit it. So we get the 3-1. 1-1. And I actually stick to the same strategy. I don't change a lot of what I'm doing here. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to fast forward. Sidestep right duck, dodging electric. I don't know how he found the 1-1-2 here, actually. Oh, he just clipped my movement and he hit confirms it. Really strong Devil Jin option. While standing 2 is blocked. I don't punish it. I'm a scrub. Okay, try to jab him out of Morning Crow. There it is. That's so crucial. This interaction is so important for how I'm able to set the pace to Steve more with defensive movement. Right? He tries to 1-1 me. I sidestep the first jab, duck the second one, and then I get a while standing 1-2. Now, he's probably a lot more concerned about just throwing out 1-1. There's a counter hit while standing 1. Right? Because Devil Jin can't compete with my pokes here anymore. So he has to get a big mix-up. And now he's letting me play the game first. Jab back 4, nice. Textbook, once again. He's trying to get his damage. He's trying to do his mix-up right away. After this back 4 hits me, I'm like at minus, right? Let me confirm. Devil Jin back 4. Or framebot Devil Jin back 4. My Discord, we have a framebot here. Devil Jin back 4. Okay, a +6 on hit. Right, +6. So even at -6, you know, they usually say at +5, your opponent's at +5, don't sidestep, but that's because jab tracks. He didn't jab, he did Demon Paw. And at +6, sidestep right duck beats the Demon Paw. Crucial. I get another while standing 1-2. I have a huge health lead just off of defensive movement. And now when he needs to make his comeback, when he needs to get his offense started, right? I do a slight sidestep right duck. He thinks it's his time to attack now, and he wave dashes straight into my heat smash. Yeah, Devil Jin can't jab there because it's gonna whiff. I'm talking about the frame advantage situation, right? People like to throw out these general rules, don't step at -5. I'm showing an example where it can work because of the pushback. That's a good point to make, though. All right. Sidestep right duck paying off once again. Then I find a counter hit down for 2. Why does the counter hit, right? Well, to get past my movement, he tries to do a duck to delay his attack and get a while standing 2, or some kind of option there, right? Get under my counter hit, delay his timing, whatever the option, it runs into my counter hit. Okay, he finds a nice jab, tries to wave electric, and then gets stepped again. That was a nice little cheeky option here, just finishing the 1-1-2. Steve can't launch it. He will get a big damage knockdown. So because I try to act after the 1-1, I get clipped. But I blocked the huge hell sweep. Don't let him start his momentum. I figured I could take the heat engage. It's ultimately a guess. Fighting game's ultimately a guess, right? But important to take those ducks when you think you can get it. And he makes a great counterplay here. Great counterplay from him. Wave dash, instant while standing 2 that actually counter hits me. I don't know what I even did. I don't even know what I did here. But he did wave dash. I tried to running 2 and he clips me. So now he's going to get a nice combo. Yep. Okay, small combo here goes and mixes me up again. So there's not much I could do about that except changing the way I wake up. That's fine. We accept that. Back 4. Great timing here. All right, I'm trying to take back my frames. Just trying to get some heals back. Horrible combo. But we step on his feet. Yep, so disrupting the comfort of his jab, disrupting the comfort of his down back 2 is why I get all this time to act. This is why I get all this pressure. Right, so here, backs to the wall, whatever. I'm just, this is a YOLO play. Can't lie, right? But now he's not confident in his jab. He's not confident in his down back 2. He's not confident in his electric. So he just sits here and blocks. And that's why I can just sprint at him and stomp on his feet. The movement I did on defense is controlling his options. Trading with his down forward 1. Oh boy. Running 2. Step on his feet. Good duck. Not the best punish. Back 4. Push back. That was a cool option. I've never seen that. So back 4 creates this pushback situation where I decide to run in, and he does keep out with the up forward 1 or the up 1. Small mini combo. Doesn't hurt too much. Nice. This time I get my punish on the while standing 2. Back 1 doesn't counter hit. This is a really cheap Steve thing. If you're like a legacy player, Steve has never had this extension before. He just had single while standing 2. But now it's a string, so a lot of people get hit by the second hit. I saw that from a Pakistani Steve player, Numan. Nice, he jousts with the while standing 2 and beats me again. That's something he did well this entire set, is just his while standing 2 timing was really good. He tries to grab me with out of heat, but my heat burst dodged it. I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe I was out of range. And then I try to rob him with down forward 1-1 rage art. He was patient, he punishes me. Good stuff. I thought that I had enough control and enough momentum to make him retaliate there, but he was chilling, and that was really, really good discipline. I make an adjustment from the first game. From the first round, you'll remember I did sidestep right duck, nothing happened, and then I did a button. This time I did sidestep right duck into block, earning me a small punish, and making him a bit more hesitant to do the while standing 2. Wave dashing, that was a really fast wave dash into forward forward 2, but I'm just chilling, I'm just blocking. Nice, get a counter hit back 1 here, or a flicker 1 jab into Albatross 2. No punish here. I think he's trying to find a way to attack me. His punish game is a bit weak. And it could just be the mental stack of trying to hit a Steve. That was a good hell sweep. At some point, I'm going to have to make a read here, whether it's hell sweep or mid, and I have to take a turn back. This was really good. If you're a Devil Jin player, I think this is really, really annoying. He did Demon Paw, he's at minus, but he has enough pushback that he can kind of just throw this down jab. And especially against Steve, who's approaching with like highs and stuff like that. Pretty annoying. If I did QCF1, it might have interrupted him, but that's really annoying, man. So I do Sonic Fang. He breaks the throw. That was nice. And now we're just chilling. He's just backdashing. I don't know what he's trying to set up here, but very clearly he's not as confident in his offense as he was earlier, right? If you remember game 1, I was just getting rolled. So we're just chilling. I want him to find a way to get in safely. And he runs into that. Oh. I figured he was trying to figure out a way to hit me, so I just held this block. But I mess up the punish. So instead, I just finished the while standing 1 too. So it looks like he just stopped playing clean, right? It looks like he lost confidence. But I think the hidden element that you may not see unless somebody points out to you, because I didn't see these kinds of things until somebody pointed it out to me, is that defensive movement that shuts down your opponent's offense makes them think, makes them have to second guess how they play. Especially when all of their offense stops working. I'm trying to find the point where it all stopped working. It was like here. There's a period, there's that one clip where he does a bunch of options and just gets sidestep right ducked like 3 times in a row. And that was so crucial for changing the pace of the entire set, right? If I just kept trying to jab him and counter hit him like without this defensive movement, he was beating me. He just had my number. But introducing this new problem for him is what gave me the edge. I think it's actually game 3. But this is cool too. Let you can read, yeah. I think it's here. So he gets, yeah, sidestep right duck. And then not getting launched for free. Like, the hell sweep will come, but it's okay to take a couple. Yeah, here we go. This defensive movement, so important. So I was implementing it earlier in game 2, but it really came into play here, I think. And I don't know how much he was paying attention to it in the last game. But my guess is because it was working, it was clearly having some effect. But here is where it becomes very, very dominant. Now, somebody in chat saying not one homing move from this Devil Jin is crazy. Yeah, Devil Jin has his new while rising 1+2, the homing option. Which is a very decent option if I'm sidestep right ducking against his wave dash. But it's not in reaction to his wave dash. It's from our shared neutral standing position. Right? So it's to beat the demon paw. It's to beat like a hell sweep without any wave dashes. And he wasn't really doing those. So that would have been an interesting thing for him to attempt. But he was probably so concerned about my back one that he didn't want to try it. Right? And in that situation, in the wake up situation, he doesn't need to track me. Right? He can use the wave dash to just track. So really, really cool match to have at Tekken Emperor and Tekken God. Hopefully that was educational. If you guys enjoy that, this type of analysis, please let me know in the comments. Please leave a like. Again, we've got a new second channel, PhiDX Unhinged. I'll link it below. Please check it out. More stream moments, more straight like gameplay, more comedy stuff. It's like the stream vibe for YouTube, right? If you've already been to my stream, you'll know that on my main channel, I'm more educational. On stream, we just have a bunch of fun. We try to answer questions. We go on rants about a bunch of nonsense. So if you want to see more of that on YouTube, second channel's there. Appreciate you guys for all the support. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.